Let's see what we get as pre-bans right here. Are the LD units going to be off the table or some normal elements?
Now let's find out. So it looks like
Tian Lang is gone.
yeah, Lin doesn't want to see Lang. Ragdoll could potentially be on this table already, which is a great unit because Taz right now showcasing that he wants to do some AoE cleave style. And if Taz is able to AoE cleave style and he can make all of his matches super fast, hey man, he's got my vote. I want this dude to win it all because we're looking at 2:30 right now a.m. and if we can have some awesome matches from Taz, let's do it. But I mean, hey, Shizuka's not one of those units. But it's a very, very good unit to bring to the field.
Yeah, I love the Shizuka, but interesting pick into Ganymede. Also, Gianna early on, giving his opponent the opportunity to respond with, you know, a lot of counters. We know that Hagen's very strong. We know that Veramos also can come on, but it's a little bit early. I would love to see more damage, more units to counter this Shizuka so he doesn't have to worry with them. What do you love to use against Shizuka, or do you think there's nothing really? The ban option is the best thing against it?
I think Sekhmet still is a great option, but it's really, really tough when the stat of your match, your Sekhmet goes first and then misses everything completely because you might as well just bottom left quit when your Shizuka, when your Sekhmet pulls off a move like that. But I actually have been taking notes from a player named Levert, and I draft a lot of Seimei now when I see Shizuka.
Oh, I love that. And the Jackson coming out, the Fire Monkey making another appearance, very strong into this draft right here. Even when we see more as a water unit, when you play against a Fire Monkey, you get super scared. It's very easy for a Fire Monkey to solo a Moor with a proc, and right now finishing up with a Han, no protection, and then a Vanessa, speed lead, guaranteeing that he goes first. What are you looking for as, you know, options to ban right here? Are you more afraid of this Jackson, maybe a Vertihill last pick with triple revenge to counter the Etna AoE? What are you expecting on the TARS?
I'm not too sure what I kind of want to see Taz to pick out here, but I definitely was expecting to see something a little bit more aggressive from Lin. I would have loved to see that Fire Galatrix, the Frederica, because she's been becoming a massive menace right now, because we could have actually seen a unit like that turn out to just completely remove Jackson or even Fire Monkey from the field with how much damage that unit's able to put out on the field. The Fire Cassandra, for those who don't know what that is. But I think this is totally fine. We're looking, I mean, it's going to get banned out here, but it was going to add a lot of bruiserness to Taz's team, and I think that's definitely fair to say.
Yeah, the Han is a must ban right there. The rest of the comp, not that strong, and the Jackson getting through, it's kind of a little bit weird for me, because with Jackson through, the attack bar reduction from the Moor and from the Ganymede is not as strong, and you get cut in exactly. So I don't know, I would have loved the ban on this unit. The Cardinal was also a great pick. Any fire unit as a last pick right there would have been amazing, but now you kind of have to get the choice. You have to try to hit this Shizuka very hard, and you got to pray that she doesn't proc.
Yeah, Lin really needs to definitely confirm some serious damage and able to take units out here, because that's really got to happen. Because what's going to happen is Gianna's going to be able to cycle so many turns. The attack bar that Gianna gains from that first skill is increased by 50% due to the Jackson, so that can be really, really impactful. But I will say about Jackson, he's got a second skill that does stun, but to my knowledge doesn't actually do anything at all. So we'll see if maybe Taz has a different Jackson to mind where that second skill does actually do something.
The Ganny played ahead and got the reset. That is huge. He needs to kill this Etna ASAP twice. Can this monkey get it done? And the Rock seals the deal. And with that is going to be a mountain to climb right here. Even if you get rid of this Shizuka, this Fire Monkey, for me, is just unstoppable at this point, to be honest.
Yeah, I think so as well. He really has to give a lot of attention right now to the Ganymede. I think the bombs should be placed onto the Water Rune for sure, but he has to make sure that this Ventilate is going to come out, go onto the Vanessa, of course. Interesting.
Oh, I agree with you. Why? He goes for all. He goes for all or nothing, my friend. He's going to try to cleave with the damage from the Moor, and he gets 2 kills. He went greedy and it worked. Everything is on the monkey's shoulders right now, but he gets a huge proc to get rid of the Ganny. Now, if he hits the death break, the Jackson can kill it. Or does he get a stun? Oh no, he goes for the monkey.
Well,
Okay,
he's going to use
this
the
is a
second skill on the
match.
defense break for sure. Does it? The second skill would have dealt more damage and removed the
Yes.
enemy from the field. That is super confusing as to why he didn't want to do that there.
No. Oh, no, very interesting. But you know what? Unpunished gets the kill. Well, actually, did he even had the passive backup? I mean, not passive, sorry, the revive backup. If the Genny procs and gets to reset, yes.
Ooh,
and gets to
that's really
reset the
different,
monkey. The greediness, letting the Vanessa take the turn. The death break comes in. Oh, no. This cost him the match, Stoic.
Yeah, very surprising to see that from Taz. That got very, very greedy there. I wasn't expecting that. Lin, congratulations. Great victory there. In my opinion, I think Taz ended that one over.
Yeah, there was a little bit of a misstep there at the end.
He had it on lockdown. A couple greedy plays in there, and the Ganymede taking a lot of punishment, surviving, and showing why it's still a very strong unit. Worked really well against the Shizuka.
You know, I'd love to see someone like a new face like Lin do really, really well, but I did vote for Taz, and I'm a little upset.
Yeah, same story.
You know what? I voted for less, so I'm okay with it.
So you're doing great. Your bracket is preserved. Mine is falling to pieces. TARS has got to get it together.
100%.
Who did you
100%.
vote for, chat? We're kind of curious. Tell us who's taking it all in your bracket.
My favorite move was when Lin went for the setup for the skill 2 on more. I thought that was like a really cool play. That was a very nice setup from him. I'm glad he got rewarded for that.
You know what? I got to tell you, Evan, I did not approve that, but I was completely wrong. I will say that. I thought it was greedy, but he knew the damage he could output, and he got 2 units off the field. So big shout out, Lin. Great play.
Man, look at these pre-bans. To see Chiwu in the pre-ban section is wild. Like, that's how impactful this this buff is for Chiwu. That it really is. It's a very, very good buff for this unit that he's getting pre-banned now. Very quick drafts. We got a Tian Lang slammed down immediately. And I'll tell you what, I'm not a fan. I really don't like the Tian Lang getting prioritized like that as a first pick.
Yeah, it's very interesting. I do think that it loses a lot of strength when the opponent knows he's playing into it. So I agree with you. Now you just don't pick a Vertihill, don't bring other stuff, and you have the last pick on top of it to decide if you want to ban the Tian Lang or not. So I love the Wusa, very synergistic with the Ganny. Now, I would love to see kind of a fire unit right here, and then something neutral. Oh, Ganny Thor with the Hagang. The Hagang very strong against the triple strip from the other side. But Ganny Thor, right now, you can slap hard counters to it. The Fire Monkey comes to mind very quickly, even against the Wusa. But if he brings a third water unit, that might become dicey. What do you think, Stoic?
Yeah, I'm almost thinking that he was going to do a Daniel thing here, but I don't know if we're going to see the Daniel thing, all because like Ganny Hathor already getting confirmed. But I mean, it was almost there, and it's not what's coming in anymore though. So I think the Ethna, way better decision here. I'm a big fan of that win, Robo. It looks like he just doesn't want to even let the Ganny Hathor even take a turn here. Had to ban out the Hagang, of course. This is confirmed. Triple revenge Verd. People ruin multiple of this one, and it is just too obvious that that's exactly what that had to be.
I don't know. Leaving Ganny Thor is very, very dangerous, but I still trust TARS right here. He picked into this, feels comfortable, pray to not get countered right now because he's going AoE. Double glancing. Oh my god. Don't do it again. Just go for the stuns, my friend. Go for the safe choice. Yes, thank you. Okay. No.
Yeah,
yes.
Big stun.
Countered through the stun.
Wow.
God. Get the reset. Don't even risk it. This is the moment. The reset for me right here is on the Hathor. Yes, not on the Wusa because you got the strip from the Robo still. You try to remove this Vertihill from the field. The Death Breaks comes in. Who would you remove first here?
That's got to be the Vertihill. You have to remove that thing before it decides to wake up, potentially do all the wrong to you. This is a well-played draft from Taz. Like it's night and day compared to that very first match here.
Yeah, very, very well played. Luckily didn't have the problem and played it right with the Etna. Lots of damage, and the Robo came in the clutch, to be honest. If that Robo missed the stun on the bird, we saw that counter pop up, and it would have been bye-bye, my friend.
Yep, that's right. I think what we actually needed to see here was like a swift Wusa, and then just pray that he doesn't land all of his strips there. And I think that could have been like the only answer to what Taz brought to the field there, because Taz basically said, "Guys trying to Ganny Hathor him, and he's going to outspeed." And he came in, clearly outspeed, took full control and full advantage over LIN on that match.
Very good point, Stoic. I love that tech. Units that you expect to be ruined some way, and then they're another. So, yeah, that would have been amazing to see. Now the question is, does TARS continue to pick in this different manner? And does the Ganithor still come out from the other side?
I mean, Ganny's not a horrible first pick. It's definitely like an older mindset like we've seen in the past before. And it's kind of like what I brought up before, like is LIN living in the past with his first pick on the Ganny. I mean, definitely changing here. We see the Ethna guy really, really wants his turn 1. But of course, Taz showing that he's got a 33 speed lead on the field and a Sekhmet, and he's demanding turn 1 when he lays down a unit like that.
That's a great pick. I just love the Sekhmet. I think it's very strong still, super high base tech speed. And now the question is, do you bring another turn 1 unit or a fire unit? He brings a Cardinal, very strong against 2 of the 3 units on the field. Now you force the hand at the opponent. Do they pick another speed lead and a second turn 1 unit? Yup, second turn 1. Now we need another speed lead to guarantee that turn.
Yeah, so I really like that he pre-banned that Wusa, because I'm looking at the draft right now, and that's kind of like what LIN needed to bring to the field. But the Wusa pre-ban, it's so ideal that it looks like LIN's just trying to bring aggression, but turn 1 right now, it's confirmed and is going to Taz. It's just nothing that LIN can do about this. And I think that Chiwu, excellent last pick. Strip, speed lead, glancing coming onto the field. And we may even see just the Dak Robo ban out here, maybe even a Water Ryu banning out the speed lead in general.
I don't know. Maybe the... Oh, yeah. If you ban the Water Ryu is solid, because then the Edna doesn't have a speed lead. Yeah, that's enough. And by the way, shout out to LNSW. Thank you for the raid. Big hug.
Thanks for the
and
raid,
big hug
Alan.
to everyone in chat. Yeah, we still have 4.5K people on YouTube. A lot of love for y'all.
Yep, so that's a 33 speed lead, and we're going to see a very, very fast Sekhmet, obviously going to be taking turn 1 here. Reset's got to go out on probably that Dak Robo, and it is going to be the Dak Robo. Does land true. Glancing coming out here with the big strips, of course, and there you have it. Like, we're just not going to see any damage coming out of this Han. Han's going to get attack bar reduction, and it's just like, how do you stop this now? You know what I mean? He used the 3rd skill, get immunity back on himself to help stop the game, and we're not able to use that 3rd skill. Looking so good for Taz right now. This is the kind of playstyle that we do expect.
Wait. Resisted, my friend. Did you see that Etna? He can now ventilate the Robo if he likes. The Etna has all skills. Okay, that's what he does. Useless proc. Reminds me of old Ciara with a lot of immunity.
Very awkward.
Can the
Not a lot to
Etna
do.
get this monster down and gets the stuff? Weird to go for the Chiwu, by the way. I thought he was going for the Sekhmet so he wouldn't get the Curse of the Beautiful, but you know what? That's all good.
You can use that skill to get the 3rd skill up sooner onto the Sekhmet. I think that's really, really big. Just keep up with the resets there. Goes right back to the Oliver, which is quite interesting. A little bit of damage getting poked at that Dak Robo, though.
And again, he has the reset right now. I think this match is about to turn, friends. I'm telling you, he gets rid of one. The Ganny has the reset. You can reset the Oliver. Yes, now all skills are back on the Robo, but the glancing, unfortunately, is in there and didn't let him do anything. Can he get 1 death break? So there's a lot of damage coming out from this Han.
Definitely. Not landing the attack break, though, onto the Han, which is kind of big, because obviously not a lot of damage could come out with the glancing. So we'll see what happens. I mean, if... I don't want to call it. Okay, no cast to curse right there. So no additional turn coming out of Shizuka. Big skill 3. This might actually be the turnaround right here.
Yeah, I told you. The Ganny coming in the clutch. First pick, he ran out of the immunity, got free from it. The missed reset again costs so much. He has to bring the Oliver back, but the nerf, no skills. You can't even kill this Han. The Han is going to deal a ton of damage and removes from the field. The Shizuka is going to have very salty loss, and TARS falls to the redemption bracket. What a surprise.